Yes, good evening, ma'am. How are you, Devani, ma'am?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Very, very grateful
Oh, it's
that
my pleasure. Yes, I've got a very wonderful opportunity. You have chosen me. Thank you so
no,
much.
no, it's always Sonia ma'am. The pleasure is ours because whatever said and done, you all are there on the battlefield. You all know actually what are the problems, what are the challenges.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this the discussion is very, very interactive. Sometimes what happens is people think that they are not aware of. So it is not about, so we always bring one expert as well,
Yes,
oh, so the whole idea is to come together over a cup of tea and discuss. And why we started with this futuristic education was because we had always seen one creamy layer of 2% educators coming and speaking about. And
yes,
we have tried, the whole vision that I hold in my hands is bringing about 1 lakh to 5 lakh educators, principals, academicians, and help them to come on this common platform and talk, discuss. So please go ahead and feel free. This is your platform, your show, and we are very happy that you're here. Can I very quickly say hello to the student moderators?
yes, ma'am.
Can I very quickly, Team Edudevs, can I also say hello to the student moderators? Student moderators? Ma'am, there are moderators from your school as well, I believe.
Yes, ma'am. They are.
Very nice.
Uh, but I think they have not abhi joined yet. So I've
Abhi
given
kuch
the time of 4 p.m. So they will join, ma'am. There are 3 students.
See, I always feel that there is a lot of role of the principal as a leader.
Yes,
That when the principal there takes that interest that no, you have to join, you need to come. And this uh, show is being observed and witnessed by entire country. We have been running last 2 years futuristic education, and we have educators, principals from all over the country. Sometimes we have from other countries as well. So the students getting that platform is a very, very, it's more like helping them. It's a small internship that we call, and they get a certificate of appreciation. So this is our contribution. Ma'am, tell me more about your school.
ma'am. Currently, I'm working as a principal in Sharp Global School. It
Yeah.
is near Itonja Toll Plaza. So it's
Okay.
a CBSE school, ma'am. So we have more than 1,000 children up to class 12.
Very nice.
And if you talk about my asking about my qualifications, then it's I'm
No, we are
MABS.
not. The moment, no, our aim is when you're principal, you reach that, then your own qualification automatically speaks through your,
Yes, ma'am.
and when you're speaking about your, of course, we'll be reading your profile, I'm sure, and grateful that you have accepted. And we also have Lakshmi Madhavan here. Hello, Lakshmi
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am. It's after a long time, so
I
really happy to see you.
Same here, Lakshmi ma'am. Same here. And it's always a pleasure because I would be announcing that, this is a joint venture between Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham and Edudevs. And the vision is very lofty. The mission is very noble that we want to educate, empower as many educators as possible, but more so, we want to reach out to as many students. And the best part is, Sonia ma'am, the students can, and that is a very, very noble cause which Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University is doing, that the student can anytime reach out to them for career guidance. It is not at all for admissions in their university. It is a general, a general initiative by the organization that they want to. Definitely, they can't have all, but they would want to career counsel as many students as possible. And where are the students? Gunjan ma'am, I can't see the students. I really. Shubhika, is Shubhika the student moderator? Akshata, good evening, Akshata. You are on mute, I think.
Akshita, mute yourself, beta. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Unmute, unmute.
The team Edudevs, have you made Akshita the host? Please make all the moderators the host. Please make all the panelists the host. So, ma'am, what are the streams that you offer in your school? 11th and 12th.
11th and 12th, ma'am. Ma'am, we are offering science and commerce, basically.
Okay.
Not humanities. Yes, ma'am. Right
Very
now,
nice.
we are offering commerce and science stream, PCM, PCB, and commerce.
Very nice. I think that's amazing. That's lovely. And hello, Akshata. Good evening. I just want to do an audio check with you. Gunjan, can you see why Akshata is not able to speak? What is the... Shubhiksha, very quickly, can you unmute yourself?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Shubhiksha. And you have a very beautiful name. And can you please also open your video, if it's possible?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, Akshata. Welcome. So, Akshata and Vibhu Singh are both from Sharp Global School, Lucknow. So, Sonia ma'am, I keep coming to Lucknow a lot. Like, we've done a lot of programs there.
Yes, oh yes, ma'am. But I didn't met anywhere. So I am longing to meet you somewhere.
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. We shall be in touch. Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. I think on 20th of July, there is a program in Radisson. So
Ha.
if it can, so
But
it is
20th
possible.
of, no, 20th of July, I have an event in Pune. So I'm going to
Okay.
Pune for a book launch. Yes, yes.
Okay,
Ji.
ma'am. So I'm going there. So please come there and I will meet you there.
For sure, for sure. Absolutely. Yes, team Edudevs, it's 2 minutes more. And can I have Vibhu as well? Vibhu Singh? I think Vibhu is, if he's not there, Shubhiksha is there, Akshata is there. Akshata, can you check with Vibhu? I'm sure he's your schoolmate, so you will be able to check with him. What is this sound constantly? Is it, can we all put our mobiles on mute? Student moderators, you can start now. Akshita, unmute yourself, please. Akshita, you're not audible. Geeta ma'am, Akshita is not audible. Can you take it up from there? Akshita, please unmute yourself. Akshita is unable to unmute herself. Isn't she the host?
Yes, ma'am, she is the co-host.
Okay, Subhiksha, you can, who is starting the program? Akshita or Shubhiksha? Please, Shubhiksha, start.
Good evening, one and all parent here. I, Subiksha, of class 11 from Rishigala Public School. I am thankful to the school to give me this opportunity to moderate this seminar at the part of this discussion.
Shubhiksha, there's some problem with Akshita's, I think, audio. You continue with this speech.
After me, Akshita and Vibhu has.
Okay. Akshita has to speak. Okay, I shall, since there is a technical issue, let me take this opportunity to introduce our esteemed panels here, of course. Let me introduce myself to you. I'm Devyani Kapoor, and I'm founder and mentor at Edudevs, Upskilling Education, and Edudevs Knowledge Foundation. And I shall be the host for today, along with my three co-moderators. We have Akshata, we have Vibhu, and we have Subhiksha. Let me take this opportunity to introduce our esteemed panel of today. We have with us Ms. Sonia Dwivedi, Principal, Sharp Global School, Lucknow. Ms. Dwivedi is a certified academic auditor from Alert Knowledge Services, Gurgaon. With 15 years of experience in education, she is dedicated to fostering a nurturing and dynamic learning environment. Her leadership emphasizes holistic development, innovative teaching methodologies, and a commitment to academic excellence and integrity. I'm sure she lives by what she says, as I gauged through a short discussion with her. Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing the panel. We also have with us Shikha Chakravarti, Vice Principal at Rishi Gallav Public School, International Public Speaking Coach, Learning and Development Head, author, image consultant, soft skill trainer, and I don't know what not, public relations, communication strategist, personality development. She has a great array of accomplishments with in her kitty. We welcome you, Shikha Chakravarti ma'am. And is Shikha Chakravarti ma'am here? I was told she'll be joining a little late. Last but not the least, I have with us Ms. Lakshmi Madhavan, educator, panelist, resource person. She's a competitive exam coach, but she's most importantly an assistant manager of career counseling and coaching at Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University. Lakshmi Madhavan comes with 8 years of experience with different fields. She has 4 years of teaching experience for computer science stream. She has also taken training sessions for entrance exams like LET, SAT, etc. Conducts a lot of training sessions on IIT, JEE exams. Lakshmi believes that proper information and knowledge should be given to every child before they choose their career-defining field. Thank you so much, dear panelists, for gracing the panel today. Amongst the student moderators, I will once again say Akshita Bajpai from Sharp Global School, Lucknow. I request the moderators to please do a tech check of their audiovisual. We have with us Vibhu Singh, again, class 10th, Sharp Global School, Lucknow. Shubhiksha Kumari, class 10th, Rishi Galav Public School, Gwalior. Thank you so much for being here and taking this time out. And most importantly, I would like to thank the participants who are a constant support to this interactive discussion of webinars that we every week that we have on futuristic education. Let me briefly tell you, Futuristic Education is a Education is a web series, a collaborative initiative between Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University and Edudevs Upskilling Education. It is an effort and an initiative to talk about the latest trends in education, the changes that the industry is facing, time and again. And today we have come up with a topic which is a continuation of our last episode. Our last episode was on empowering education through AI. Today we talk about bringing AI to classrooms, preparing the educators. Of course, educators lie at the hem of teaching learning process. Dear educators, have you tried any AI tools in the classroom in last 1 year? Can you please write it in the chat box? Can you please write it very fast? Can you please write any AI chat tool that you used in the last 1 year? I'm not getting any response.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Meta AI, Duolingo, very good.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Claude AI, excellent, excellent. That is amazing. That, it also motivates us. Definitely, ChatGPT is actually not the only AI tool, though I think it has gotten over attention in the last 1 year. Also this year, AI has come up in my so many conversations with educators. I traveled to so many events, and everywhere the trending topic was AI in education. In today's digital age, artificial intelligence, you see, is revolutionizing. You all know how it is revolutionizing the educational landscape, offering unprecedented opportunities to enhance the teaching and learning outcomes and most importantly, the student experiences. When implemented and used correctly, AI has a potential to enhance the human learning experiences. I'm recapitulating what we discussed in our last episode. Personalized tutoring, enhanced content creation, improved productivity, and most importantly, it is a 24/7 support which a teacher or a student has. So if I look at, by and large, the classrooms had already gone digital over the past decade. Teachers were extremely hands-on in leveraging a wide array of digital tools and resources to engage the students to enhance their learning outcomes and experiences. So from interactive whiteboards to online platforms, the use of technology has allowed for a greater, interactivity, collaboration, and flexibility in the classrooms. Companies like Google, Microsoft, and IBM are leading the way in AI development, in especially the education space, with significant contributions being made by so many non-profit organizations across the globe. The researchers, data scientists, and engineers are working to accelerate the AI tools and integrate into the classrooms. I will not speak much because I have my esteemed panelists who are brimming with a lot of information that they have brought with them and they are going to share with us. So without much ado, let me first come up with the ice-breaking question. And the question would be first addressed to Sonia Dwivedi ma'am. And then I really don't know, somebody can give me a heads up that Shikha Chaturvedi ma'am is here or not. Otherwise, the question passes to Lakshmi ma'am. So my ice-breaking question is, Sonia ma'am, to you, that how has this introduction of AI changed the teaching methodology or the pedagogical approaches in schools? And, how much is it happening in the school? Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am, for asking the question. Ma'am, what I thought ki AI has introduced a paradigm shift in pedagogical practices. Its impact is quite wide-ranging. Personalized learning experiences driven by AI algorithms will cater to individuals, student needs, adapting content to diverse learning styles. It is helping students acquire and develop language skills. First of all, it helps in smart content creation and provides valuable data-driven insights into the student-centered educational landscape. So what I thought regarding this AI, so is it this only. So basically,
No,
it's a
but very
student-centered education landscape and provides valuable data-driven insights into it.
I think ma'am very rightly said that there are two things. One is the student engagement and the other is the data driven, because these are the two areas, student data and how the teacher can analyze the student data and how it can analyze that what the student needs are, and the tools can be used best suited to, meet the needs of the student. Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am, for initiating
Yes,
and starting this discussion. Lakshmi ma'am, what do you think? I mean, because you are a I am not, I'm a humanities person, but you are the person from the tech background. What would you have to say on that?
So actually, now the situation is like everybody has already accepted that there is a huge role that technology has to play. And the learning process will change, and the learning is something called as lifelong process. Because now people have started realizing that, and as technologies have come up, I think it has made the process more engaging, and it has made the process more easy also, because it's of providing personalized learning. It's a data-driven approach. So as a faculty, I know this method of my teaching is good, or this method of my teaching I have to improve in this way. This strategy is different. What all strategies I have to adopt? So it's completely making a huge change in the way the teacher is taking class. Approach, everything has completely changed with the help of AI. And mostly students are also well informed about this is something that's happening around because of this technology only, because of this AI only, because they have started using the tools. So now as educators, we have to be extremely careful, as well as we have to be extremely knowledgeable about the different softwares that we could use in the class, or about the different AI tools that we could use in the class. Everything has changed. There is a drastic change in the teaching methodologies and everything. It's not like I'm coming with a textbook, I'm taking the class. Even the PPTs, everything has changed. Now it's like we are using augmented reality or virtual reality type of things in the classrooms. So it's like
we'll
an
come back
environment is created. Yeah, an environment is
I
created.
want you to hold this thought, because we would want to know more about. But before that, I want to ask Sonia ma'am. Sonia
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
that ma'am baat kar rahi hai about augmented reality and the AI tools and all. Tell me one thing, that how do you address this potential resistance or apprehension from the teachers regarding the use of AI in classroom? Naturally, there would be a lot of resistance from
Yes, ma'am.
yeah,
Then you
because
rightly said, quite a lot of resistance from the teachers also. So to address the teachers' resistance to technology and AI in the classroom, it requires a concerted effort to understand and address educators' concerns, first of all, motivation and needs, by providing comprehensive professional development, demonstrating the value of technology and AI, empowering teacher leadership, fostering a culture of collaboration, and addressing concerns about job security and loss of control. Schools can create an environment where educators feel supported and empowered to embrace technology driven innovations in the education. So through all of this, we can avoid this type of resistance from the teacher side. So we have to, first of all, do all these things, start all these things in the school and create an atmosphere of collaboration, which should
so
come from the teacher.
do you think, if I look at your school or your school, when I say any school in the country, कि टीचर्स को क्या वो अपॉर्चुनिटी, स्पेस, टाइम, क्या वो उनको एनवायरनमेंट कोलैबोरेशन का मिलता है? बिकॉज दिस इज द एनवायरनमेंट टू कोलैबोरेट, टू लर्न द एआई टूल्स. It's not easy because the teacher is going in the class, she's teaching, she's checking the papers. The whole crisis in the education system is that the teacher is very busy. Now,
Ma'am, if we talk about the collaboration, so CBSE is giving a lot of training opportunities to teachers
okay,
on different topics. And if we talk about the AI, so CBSE has given the training to teachers regarding the AI also. So we can give the training to the teachers. Through that only they can change themselves and
so ma'am,
get
आपके
an.
school में what all trainings have happened? Like you said, CBSE is giving a lot of opportunity. Tell me about those 3 trainings that has happened by CBSE in your school.
Ma'am,
For
abhi recently I have joined this school. I think 20 days before only.
अच्छा.
I don't know the records, what trainings they have got, but further I will definitely tell you what trainings they got
No,
from
no,
the CBSE.
absolutely. No, I understand completely. I mean,
I'm just
so
into it.
yes, please do. And I urge that, as a principal, when we talk about these lofty ideals, you will have to create that time and space for the educators to work on collaborative, initiatives and how to adapt to the AI tools. Though I was very, very happy when so many educators were naming these AI apps and AI tools. Moving on to Lakshmi ma'am again, uh, and then I'll pass on the baton to the moderators if they are ready, because most of the time I eat up this conversation and then they don't get time. You see, while AI has the potential to revolutionize education, right? There are valid concerns about its impact. And one of the most important such concern is the potential loss of human connection and personalized attention for students, as well as privacy issues, stemming from data collection without the consent. How do we ensure that AI is used effectively and it benefits the students, transparency, and um, ongoing evaluations become crucial? Because somewhere, when there's a lot of AI utilization, then we will be having these kind of threats probably. And then I would want you to tell us about the various AI tools, how they function. Then the stage will be all yours. Yes, Lakshmi ma'am.
Okay, so this is one thing that initially every teacher or every faculty will be having on, if I'm using the AI tool, what about the privacy? What about the student data? It could be anything, their personal data, about the marks, everything related to the school and all. So if you're using the right tool, initially there might be problems, but if you're using the right tool, the licensed one, then it's not an issue. I'll not be completely agreeing that there is a case where everything is secure, safe and all. Still there are issues, but when it comes to a licensed version and all, we can reduce the issues that will happen when it comes to the privacy or the security of this data or whatever we are mentioning. So there are issues, but as far as we know, it's like as well about it's like being a university. We do teach AI. We do have subjects completely. Students are here for studying AI for 6 years. So it's just a degree PG program. And in that department, we don't have any pen paper examination. Nothing is there. The evaluation is done by the system itself. Because we all know there are a lot of assessment and evaluation tools that teachers can use in their classroom. Anything, creating quizzes after the classes are over, just for a small topic. If I've taken a topic in mathematics, I have different automated tools. If I'm just giving my notes to the system, it's giving me a quiz with 10 questions or 16 questions. So I could just send it to the students group. They'll just attend it and it's done. The system will give me the marks and it's done. Whichever students whichever answers are gone wrong, the direct explanation will be sent to the students. What is the concept? What has happened? So this is how the evaluation process is happening.
So we have teachers here. Today we have a lot of teachers who have joined here. I mean, I was very curious and very impressed that, a set of topic content that you put it in the particular tool, and then, you ask for the HOTS question or evaluation parameters for average. So can you just, talk about one or two of the tools and how a maths teacher can use, how a science teacher can use, and how a language. So I know this, but whatever area you would like to choose and answer, and some tools, if you could tell our educators about. Yes.
So it's like the initial thing is
and if you also want to share any screen, you have that option. If you want to
I have
share,
not prepared
no,
any
no
slides.
problem, no problem.
If it was informed, I would have prepared a PPT.
No
But
problem.
so now I have not prepared anything. So
Not
it's like I'll just give an example of a platform called Mathia. I don't know how many of you have referred that platform. So being somebody who is doing this coaching, the classes, the JE and all of that, it's a platform where it's completely purely mathematics. So there are questions of probability, there are questions of different subjects. So as a student, it's like if I'm trying to attend a question, if I feel like, yeah, this is the thing, this is the concept that I have to use, and I've started typing the thing, the system gives me a notification that these are the things that's given in the question. This is the, I would say, the size, or this is the dimension. We'll have all these factors given, and the system will give you a hint if you're going in the wrong way. And they'll give you some I would say sentences or some formulas also. If this is the formula that you could use, you may arrive at the solution. So it's mostly helping the students. The previous concept of going to a tuition teacher, it's a one-to-one tuition, the same thing. I'm writing the formula, it's getting wrong. She's saying this is not the one, this is the correct one that you have to use because the concept is this. A system will do it. So if I log into the platform is called Mathia, it's purely for mathematics. So if I've logged in,
write it in the chat box.
Yeah.
Please write it in the chat box.
This is the platform. This is especially for the mathematics people. So the system will give feedback at each and every moment, and I'll be able to think, yeah, this is not the way I have to solve the question. The system will give me another feedback. So based on that, as a student, I'll be able to solve the problem completely. This is how you should help the students in using the different technologies. Now I don't know how many of you know, there are tools like Conquer AI, Twee, or I would say Cupid. I'll just type the names towards the end in the chat box. I'll mention all of them. I'll just type it in the chat box. So these are the tools in which you can just put your notes so that it will prepare quizzes. So
Thank
I have
you. You please type
yes,
it, but
I'll type
towards
it. I'll
the end,
yeah,
towards the
yeah,
end.
towards the end I'll type it. So I have given my content. It will be preparing quizzes. I'll just share it to my people. And there are, I would say, as people who wants, I don't know how many of you have heard about Gibby. It's also a platform where you can create quizzes. Forms app is there, where also you can create different forms, quizzes and all. You can share it across different platforms in whichever form you want. You can get it as an image, PDF or anything. I'm watching a video. Okay, just another example is I'm watching a video. It's like mostly when I'm having doubts, I used to watch these YouTubers videos and all about the educators, about some subjects and all. So I want to get something from that. It's not about taking screenshot and pasting it somewhere else. It's about whatever portion I want, I can take it as image. Whatever he's saying, I can use AI tool to type that and give it to me towards the end. These type of softwares are available, or these type of AI tools are available. So Gibby is something which is helpful in the quiz creation. Twee is something which helps with the video. So I'll just share all of their links and what it is being used for in the chat box. So initially,
Thank you so
what
much.
I have felt is like most of the teachers are really afraid because what
Yeah,
I
Lakshmi
understood.
ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Sonia
Yeah, I'll
ma'am,
type.
please.
Meanwhile, I'll.
You can. Dear participants, the link, attendance link, and the references by Lakshmi ma'am will be posted in the chat box at 5 p.m. Team Edudevs, the link of attendance will only be posted in the chat box at 5 p.m. So please don't type again and again that when the link of attendance will be posted. Thank you so much. Moving on to, and of course, Lakshmi ma'am, I would want you to kind of prepare a list because today there are educators, and since you'll be telling us you come from that university, you come from that background, where we would want to take as many insights from you. So some apps, some tools, which can make the task of the educators easier. Meanwhile, I would want to speak to Sonia ma'am. Sonia, ma'am, tell me that in your, because of course you've become principal now, but you've been into that space of vice principal, coordinator,
Yes, ma'am.
for years. Now, there was a time when when the students were banned in schools from using technology in terms of tabs or phones. The only access they had was computer in the computer period, where also most of the sites could be banned. And then there came a time in the COVID when parents were, we were bringing parents on technology. They were using their mobile phones, and we were asking them that, if you want to educate your child, the basic form of technology and the cheapest form of technology you can have is a mobile phone. And, we had so many governments advertising that the children are able to attend the classes through technology because some states or some organizations gave mobile phones to their parents. But now the scenario is actually changing. The
Yes, ma'am.
same AI tools, which is like mandatory, which has become the lifeline of the revolutionized form of education, are also the tools which do not have any control on it. Our parent community को, how do you involve the parents community in this conversations about AI in education? How are you integrating parents and educating them? Though it is for teachers today, but I just was very motivated to speak to you about this.
Ma'am, it's a continuous effort because today's parents, we have to do a lot of efforts to explain the benefits of the AI. But what I think irregular communications channels such as PTMs, emails, newsletters, or dedicated online platforms can facilitate ongoing dialogue and information sharing related to implementation of AI in education. So through this, we can tell them about the advantages of integrating AI in the education system. So organizing workshops regarding that, seminars or webinars that we are doing that provide an overview of AI concepts, their applications in education, and their potential benefits and their risk also. So we have to talk about their risk also. So this can be done by the school technology leaders to demystify AI for parents.
Very
So
rightly said.
it's important for school technology leaders also to address parents' concerns and provide them with the accurate and update information about AI.
So
What
how
is
do you
that?
do that? How do you call them, and how do you kind of
Ma'am, I call them directly. And I always tell them it's an AI based on the AI workshop and seminar. So we
okay.
have a AI lab also. So there the students go and make the projects. They make the projects, then we show the parents ki how beneficial it's and what is the scope of AI in the future.
Mm,
So a shared understanding of this of transforming potential of AI in education must be fostered to the parents.
yes.
What I believe it should be fostered.
Very rightly said. A shared understanding. Ms.
Yes,
Sonia has said it very correctly. A shared understanding and
yes, ma'am.
of AI usage and their benefits, the challenges, it becomes because now, as you know, when we will be having in coming days a webinar on holistic progress card, where the latest is that there are 4 collaborative entities who are going to the student himself, the teacher, the student, the peer, and the parent. So, then the parent has to be aware because the 3 other pillars are already aware what is happening inside the school. It is the parent who has to come inside the school. So it will be very important and it will be very, very exciting. I'm sure
Yes,
there'll be
ma'am.
challenges on it. So, Lakshmi ma'am, now over to you. And if you could, for the next 5 to 7 minutes, and then I would request Akshata and Vibhu and Shubhika to take the stage. So first, Lakshmi ma'am, if you could educate our educators, and then you take the questions of our co-hosts. But first 5-10 minutes, I would want you to educate our educators on the AI tools and yes.
Okay. So the first thing, okay, I'll just come with each and every one of them. I don't know whether I'll be able to give a demo, but still, just a second. Okay. So today, towards the end of the session, I'll try to provide some tools that is for the STEM students, as well as some quizzing tools, as well as some tools which can help the students with the mathematics. So most of the platforms are actually free. You can log in and create an account, and then you can start using them. And I hope you're using different ChatGPT platforms also. The OpenAI, DALL-E 2, and also creating images and all. If I have I have been giving something like I want the picture of, I would say, this anatomy or the structure, it will be providing the image to you. So these type of technologies or these type of applications, AI related applications are available. But I know initially what teachers feel is like, even though these are there to support us, but we are having a lot to cover. We want this to, and there is a point. I have been in college for long years teaching the students. So there is a point where the teachers are having the feeling that if I'm giving all those things, we don't know whether the student will use it the right way and all of them. So initially you have to redirect them. This is the purpose of this particular application and you have to use it for this thing. And I would like to refer to some more things. Initially, whenever I'm having some speech or something in my initial days when I was in school, what I'll do is I'll prepare it, I'll give it to my English teacher, I'll give it to somebody who is whom I feel like is going to help me. I'll ask them to just go through it and give me an idea on whether it's completely fine, whether I have to make any change, what about my tone and all. So I'll provide that link also. There are platforms where you can just log in using the reality. You are just staying in front of a group of audience. You can just present whatever you want based on your body language. You can keep the system there, come back, stand and present. You can, based on your body language, what you have been telling, what about your expressions, what about your hand movements, the system is going to give you feedback. So it's mostly, we call it as virtual speech. You can just type virtual speech and it will take you to the platform. Then if I want to create, I would say something called soft skills. We used to tell something about something called soft skills. Now, most of the institutions, I'm not saying about the schools, but still the companies, they have started training their employees or started giving trainings using the technology. So as teachers, initially we may feel reluctant to just use this. And most of the time, what we are afraid of is, after going for the 5-day training program, I know what they have told me. What is it? I have used the platform. I have tried everything. I know it is, and I'll just go to the school and I'll just take this to my class. I'll ask them to do things. But when there is some point, something happens, most of the teachers feel like there is nobody to support. That's a point I have experienced in my initial days. Even though I'm from computer science background, there is some point where I don't know if something goes wrong, what will happen, whom I'll take support. So if you can approach us, we are ready to help as a university or as the people who is working here, we are ready to help. But still there are, what I have observed is, there is a group or a collection. I hope in your area, it's also there. A teachers group or a collection. It's like anything in WhatsApp or anything, you have a teachers group and you will be helping. These people will be helping. That's the way you can make use of AI or can clear your confusions and use this in your schools. So I'll be providing the links and everything. I know at some point we'll be afraid of using it. So check with your colleagues and everybody. And if that is not the case, check with somebody who's in the technical field. They'll be ready to help you.
So Lakshmi ma'am, what you can do is, instead of putting it in the chat box, you can send it to us, because you were just talking about a community. We have a very large community of Learn with Edudevs. So, not just these 100 people, but I want your insights and all to reach to even more educators. So we would send it through in your name that you have shared, and why not, you can be part of that community, and it'll be very nice if you could keep sharing some insights.
Okay, completely fine, ma'am. So towards
That'd
the
be very nice.
yeah, I'll share it with
No
Edudevs.
pressure. Instead of me sharing it, educators, you'll be very happy. So we will make Lakshmi ma'am also the admin. So as and when she can keep nurturing the community Learn with Edudevs. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lakshmi ma'am, for accepting. Now over to my student moderators, Akshata, Vibhu, and Shubhiksha. And, whom you want to ask the questions, what you want to ask, the stage is open to you. And dear educators, I always encourage that this is the time when you're spending so much of time. 1 hour is a very big time from an educator's schedule. Please utilize this. Please type your queries in the chat box so that our expert, Sonia ma'am, has been a principal and she has more than decades of experience as an educator. We have an expert like Lakshmi ma'am, and we should not lose this opportunity. Yes, please send the feedback form. Definitely feedback form, Yogesh, we will be sending in the group. Over to you, children. Thank you so much.
Good morning, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. I would like to ask question to Lakshmi, ma'am. Ma'am, my question is, do you think AI tool will beneficial for students in their future?
Yes, obviously there is, it's like there is no question that is it beneficial for, I'm not saying for students, it's beneficial for everybody. But one point is, everybody feels like that the human element will be missed. So you have to limit the use, or you have to use the technology, whichever it is, in such a way that it's going to help you. It's not about you have to be fully dependent on it. You have to make use of it and create things on your own. You have to be creative in your own way, but just use the technology as a supportive factor.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, now my question is to Sonia, ma'am. What are the implications of using AI to monitor student behavior and engagement?
There are a lot of benefits of AI, what you have asked regarding the behavior. Okay,
Yes,
behavior,
ma'am.
AI can't do everything, beta. Okay, so you as the Lakshmi ma'am has said, it is a additional tool through which you can study, which you can is a subject, do the enrichment of the subject, but everything don't fully depend on the AI. Okay, use your creativity, as Lakshmi ma'am said, use your creativity, use your mind. You are better than the, you have your own intelligence. You have your own intelligence, use it for, yes, it's have a lot of benefits, but then also I can say you are better than the technology. You're better than a technology. Use it for an additional tools, not fully depend on them. Okay, because the technology has some limitations. It has, everything has a, even computer also has some limitations. Okay, so you can use it additionally, but don't be fully dependent on them. It has risk also. ठीक है?
Thank you,
You
ma'am.
can better control your behavior. You have the
I think,
capability to better control your behavior. Okay.
I think very, very rightly said that I think human behavior is one aspect which I'm sure AI, as we always say, that there are no set recipes, for especially human relationships and human behavior. Similarly, AI could put in 10 different options in front of you. It could put in an AI animated version of it. But at the end of the day, this is the emotional part, the human part, the behavior part will always remain with the human beings. And that is, I think it will take ages and ages for AI to, encroach. Very rightly, Sonia ma'am has said that your behavior may not be, but it was a very good question. I think it was asked by Shubhiksha. And yes, Lakshmi ma'am, there is a question in the chat box. We
Yes,
have,
ma'am. It's from a music teacher.
yes,
Ah.
Yogita Sharma has a question. I'm very happy when, audience type their questions. I'm very happy. Thank you so much, Yogita ma'am.
I have not used it,
Over
but
to
I
you.
have heard about newsco.com. I'll just share the link. You can try. And if there is anything, you could directly contact me, ma'am.
And don't worry, we are making Lakshmi ma'am also part of the Learn with Edudevs community. And when you will be putting in the questions, Lakshmi ma'am at her will, not at the same time, but she will probably try and enrich and nurture the community in AI. Thank you so much. Over to next question, student moderators.
Good evening, ma'am. I am Akshita Vashpi from class 10, studying in Sharp Global School. And my question addressed to Lakshmi, ma'am. And the question is, hello, am I audible
Yes.
to you?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Go on.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
Akshita, you are audible. Please speak. You are audible. We heard. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So my question is, how can AI help with the grading and feedback? And what are the limitations of AI in evaluating students' work?
Can you just repeat it again?
How can
What-
AI help with grading and
Huh.
feedback? And what are the limitations of AI in evaluating students' work?
Okay. So I hope basically you know the concept of AI. So whatever it's been trained about, based on that only, it's giving us all the output. So if there is something extra that you're asking for, at times it will not be able to provide that. That's what the only thing that I'm saying. So when you're looking into the chat GPT, if you are typing certain questions that the system is not trained of, will not be able to get the correct answer. So this is a point where it turns to that we can't rely on ChatGPT fully. Even if it's a reliable source of information, there is a lot of things happening, but students should have an idea. We call it as, I would say, information media literacy. So it's like understanding, yeah, this is something that the system has given me. You have to, it's a supporter information that I have got from any platform I'm saying. You have to do an analysis or a quick check of what it is, and then you have to go ahead with it.
Okay, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the answer? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for answering my question. Thank you so much.
Any other questions, student moderators?
So there is a question regarding diagram somebody is asking. So
Yes.
DALL-E2, you can just just type. It's a part of the OpenAI ChatGPT. You can just type DALL-E2.
Ma'am, I
It
have
will
one
help.
more question.
Yes,
Can
yes,
I?
yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
The challenge of bringing AI tool into the classroom make lack of human interactions, right?
Okay. Okay, that was a question. Will it
Yeah.
make human interaction less? That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was my question.
Okay. Okay. So when it comes to, the teacher has given me some work. So initially, how I'll be doing, the initial part is like referring just textbooks and all of them, and I'll be doing the work. And most of the time, if I'm having something, my initial communication will be with my group of friends or with somebody, the teacher, if I'm having communication, or if I'm having some doubts. Now, all these technologies are somebody, I would not say a teacher, but somebody who is less than a teacher. That's what I'll call it. So it's also a platform who is going to give you ideas. It's not going to reduce the communication. It's not going to reduce the communication. It's just same. You used to refer textbooks, right? You used to refer a lot of reference documents. It's more of that type of thing.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other question?
Okay. It's completely like for biology, for chemistry. Okay. So when it comes to technology, creating faces and all, this I need to search. But for the music and I think for images, you can just click on this. You can just experience it, type your query, and the image will come.
Great. Thank you so much, Lakshmi ma'am.
I've posted that link.
Yes, you have. But actually, Lakshmi ma'am, since ma'am has committed and I've made her strategically accept that ma'am will be helping us. So off and on, ma'am will be, as and when she gets time, we'll be very, very grateful if ma'am could be.
No, I'll just start preparing a document, which is having, I think, what all I know or what all I have been using.
It will be great help because,
I'll share the document also.
That will be great help. Finally, so are there any AI programs or clubs that we can join to learn more about of that we have already spoken, the students have already asked. Now, educators, what we see is that you have and you already know of a lot of tools, and I can see your curiosity of knowing more, and as we have promised, we'll be satiating your curiosity. One of the most prominent method is by utilizing the AI-driven educational software tools. So platforms like Magic School AI and TWE offer a variety of AI-powered applications. We see that the benefits of integrating AI into classroom are extremely, extremely significant. We already discussed that, it leads to enhanced content creation. And the most important, it's an adaptive learning platform. When I say adaptive, it means it adapts to the learner's IQ, potential, and ability. That is what, as educators, you need. The biggest difference I feel that the educators will be able to make by adapting to tools is not by, and that is where the human intervention will be most important, that you will try to use all these AI powered tools, not just for your own facilitation in terms of reducing your workload, but from the perspective of doing a differentiative teaching learning, following a differentiative teaching pedagogy, also using it for the differentiative assessment and evaluation aspects, because that is where our education system has been suffering. We have been most of the time, using techniques of one size fits all. And we need to now look into that the apple is not equal to an orange. I remember I learned this about 20 years back, but I had my own limitations because I felt that even if I wanted to differentiate, do differential teaching, wanted to assess a child differently, I did not have the required, resources or required opportunities to do that, which probably due to which the students would suffer. But today's teacher, who's a smart teacher, is one who can adapt to these tools, and you can apply these tools to teaching learning process. We are also coming up, Edudevs Knowledge Foundation is soon coming up with their book, Teaching 321. And I'm sure it will have a lot of such information about how you can become a smart 21st century teacher. With this, we come to the end, and I would want our esteemed panelists, and first Sonia Dwivedi ma'am, to speak about, what would your last statement here on the show would be. Your resting statement for today. Sonia ma'am, are you there? Maybe she is not there, or I think there is a technical issue. It's okay. Lakshmi ma'am, what would your last insights for our educators and students would be when it comes to AI-empowered educator?
So yes, initially before the closing statement, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity. So it's an option where I can see what all the educators want, what all the teachers from different areas want. So I'll surely prepare a document and I'll share. And towards then, what I want to say is we'll have, there'll be a lot of feelings from our side as a teacher, as an educator, that whether we should go with that or whether we have to use that, or will it be useful for our students, what will be the effect of it on our students and all of that. So if you feel like, yeah, if you have experienced the positive way of it, then just try it. And please do make your students understand that we'll not be able to survive unless we are saying yes to technology. That's what the situation is, or that's what the world or the society demands. And we have to teach them that adaptability is important. And also, So limit the use. That's also important. It's not like getting addicted and forgetting how to write a letter and all. It's not like that. Nobody should be addicted. It's just as a supporter. That's what you have to mention. And we have to clearly teach our students that this is the use of this and nothing else. Nothing more than that, nothing less than that, just the correct usage of what it is and how you have to use it. That's it. So thank you so much, everybody. Yes.
See how much by the way, Team Edudevs, you can post the attendance link here in the chat box. You see how much the responsibility of the educators has increased. Today, it is even bigger than it was ever before. You know, most of the time when I go for these seminars and as keynote speaker, I'm often asked that, ma'am, would technology replace the educators? And as ma'am rightly said, Lakshmi,
It's never.
that it is never going to, but yes, the teachers, because she also said that you need to not just tell your students, but educators, you also need to know that technology is here to stay. We are going to, we have to adapt to the technology. So teachers who do not adapt to the technology will be replaced by teachers who adapt to technology. So this is going to be the game changer. I mean, I'm sure when we could so seamlessly adapt to WhatsApp, that was the most basic we used to do, the WhatsApp and the Ubers and the Zomatos. So I'm sure, because there we have a lot of interest. We know the Uber is going to come, or the food that we delivered is going to come, or we've got into the e-commerce. I'm sure with your passion, with your skill to make a difference, you will be able to bring that change in your classrooms. And thank you so much, Lakshmi ma'am. It is always, always a pleasure to have you. And the way you interact with the audience, I'm sure that is the reason we are making you part of it. So that, because as an educator, no matter at what level you are, where you are, you always has to be, the giver. And thank you. With this, we come to the end of this episode. Thank you so much, my dear students. We had with us Akshita Bajpai from Sharp Global School, Lucknow, Vibhu Singh, Sharp Global School, Lucknow, and Subhiksha Kumari, Rishi Galav Public School, Gwalior. Yes, anybody? There was somebody wanted to speak something?
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. I'm sure, the whole country was watching you. This episode will be on Facebook for so many days, and you have already become a public figure by coming and moderating on this platform. Thank you so
Yes,
much,
ma'am.
everyone. Yes.
Because of some issues, I can't. In starting, I have some technical issues. Because of that, there is some problem in it. So at last, finally, I got what I want to listen. So thank you so much for telling me, and I'm too happy. I'm too happy to be in a part of this meeting. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Very good. Thank you so much. If you liked it, please do write a review on Edudevs Google page. If you like the webinar, we always welcome these reviews, which help us make us better versions of us. Thank you so much. And the link of the Facebook is in the chat box. The link of your attendance is in the chat box. And we have promised that we shall keep updating you on technology driven teaching learning and make you AI empowered educator. Thank you so much, Lakshmi ma'am. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend. Thank you.
It was an honor to present my perspective. Here to the end, now we have come along since the last time we were all together. We hope you enjoyed attending our event as well as enjoyed putting it together. Thank you everyone for attention and support. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Subhiksha. Thank you so much. And you shall soon receive your certificates of participation. Moderators, sorry, certificates of moderating. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you again.
Thank you, Lakshmi ma'am.